It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today I got a beer that I picked up in my local bottle shop from Verdant Brewing Company. It's called Laugh at the Odds. It's a 6.5% ABV IPA. Now, I was in my bottle shop. I like to get advice. I like the fact that I have the receipt here, and a lady called Mary served me. Served by Mary, it says this on the receipt. The can cost me £6.95, and I think for the 6.5% ABV beer, I think that's got to be really good. I think that has to be kind of like absolutely at the razor edge of being great for that price point, £6.95. In fact, because I was talking to Mary about this beer, so the conversation went a little bit like this. I chatted with her about the various beers on the shelves. I said, have you got anything really good in here at the moment? And her response was that we still have a couple of cans of Verdant Laugh at the Odds. It's sold out all over Cardiff. It's one of the beers that are sold out really, really quickly in the UK. Verdant are one of the top quality brewers in the UK. They're one of the most kind of like sought after breweries in the UK. They make beer, it generally sells out. And she said, I found it quite unusual that they've still got a couple of cans here. So of course, with that, without even looking at the price on the shelf, picked up a can, put it on the counter without looking. I think if I looked, because they had a can of putty as well. They had a 2023 putty, and that was something like 12 quid a can. And I went, I've already reviewed that on the channel a number of years ago, but I've already reviewed that, and I don't necessarily need to pay £12 for a triple IPA that yeah, I've already kind of done that, and I balked at the price. But I think if I really looked at this and studied this and seen that it was £6.95, I might have balked at the price of this. I might have gone, actually, £7 for a can of craft beer. It's a bit pushy, isn't it? It's a bit pushy. But hey, I bought it now. I brought it home. Let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. I just hope it's really, really good for the money. I'm going to use my Wensleydale Brewery glass for this. We got a really wet, soggy day here at Real Ale Craft Beer HQ. It hasn't stopped raining. You probably hear it on the glass roof. Ideal day, really. Can't really get out for a walk today, so it's an ideal day to stand here and review beer whilst it's raining outside. It's a straw-coloured beer. Very straw-coloured beer. They've used some really light malts to brew this beer, and we got a 3-finger white head on this one. Little bit of carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. The beer looks very good. I like the soft, pillowy looking head. Let's get the aroma. It smells really good. It does smell really good. I'm not going to kind of back away from it. The problem we have here now is, I think because it's a bit like when you spend a little bit more money on a car. Say, instead of you buying a Ford Focus, you've gone ahead and you bought a Ferrari instead. I know it's a bit extreme, but let's use that as an example. You don't mind a few flaws with a Ford Focus, do you? Even though it's a very good car. You don't mind the odd flaw, that it don't go as fast as a Ferrari or so forth. But then when you buy a Ferrari, when you spend that extra bit of money, I think that then you are given that license, if you like, to start looking at faults. Why isn't this car as fast as it should be, or why doesn't it do this and why doesn't it do that? And I think that's just the human mind. So immediately I've gone into this beer review like this should be absolutely game changing. And as much as it smells fantastic, I just reviewed a Beak beer. I've got a lot of Beak beers here behind me, bought in the same bottle shop. That cost me £4.95, the Beak beer. And to be fair, it had the same aroma. It had a very, very similar aroma to this. Soft, pillowy, very juicy aroma, fantastic drinkability kind of aroma to it. You want to get into it really quickly. A soft tangerine aroma, mango. It smells sublime. Let's dive into it. Cheers, everyone. Oh, that's another level. I shouldn't laugh, should I? I mean, look at what the blooming beer's called. Laugh at the odds. And here's me standing here. How often do you see me laughing in a beer review? It wasn't staged. That was a natural kind of reaction for me, that was. That was a natural kind of like, you know, building it up. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be average? Oh my goodness me. Stone the Crows! Stone the Crows. This beer is absolutely terrific. Oh. Oh. Drinking a beer like this, I don't care that it's raining outside. Couldn't care less. I got a terrific 6.5% ABV. Absolutely sublime. Sublime tasting IPA in my hand. Oh, it is a cut above. It is a cut above. It really is. Oh. Fantastic drinkability. Fantastic juicy mouthfeel. A little bit of carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. Releases more of that flavour. There's tangerine, there's grapefruit, there's a bit of mango. But they're all individual flavours. They're all kind of different individual flavours. It's not like a supermarket beer. There's some great supermarket beers out there. But a lot of the supermarket hoppy beers taste like that all of the hops have been kind of like squeezed together. And you get more of a generic tropical flavour rather than like what you get from this. Layer upon layer of individual flavours. Let's start picking them. I had a hint of apricot as I got the aroma then as the beer. When I tasted the beer, what I do when I taste the beer, I sip and I inhale at the same time. I breathe and I drink at the same time. Not only am I tasting the beer, but I'm smelling it at the same time. Getting that full experience. Apricot, mango, touch of passion fruit, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, a little bit of sweetness from the malt, little touch of bitterness on the back end. You'd never think you were drinking a 6.5% ABV IPA. Yeah, this reminds me of what the great American breweries are still doing. They still do it, it's just we just don't see much of it anymore. It's a bit like Russian River, yeah? It's a bit like Russian River with their Pliny the Younger. This reminds me of Pliny the Younger. The fact that, yes, you're paying a lot of money for it. It isn't, let's make no bones about it. £6.95 for a can of beer is a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money. And I was sceptical. I was talking about Ford Focuses and Ferraris and, you know, the difference. But honestly, that skepticism disappeared after the first taste of the beer. This really is you're more or less saying it's got to be twice as good as a supermarket beer at £3 a can, or £3.50 a can, because this is £6.95 a can. And I would say it is. I would honestly say this is twice as good as a £3.50 supermarket canned craft beer. This is absolutely top draw, top quality, soft, pillowy, really enjoyable, luxurious beer. Well done, Verdant. Oh look, look at that little bit of yeast there in the bottom of the glass. Look at that. Yeah, glad I bought it now, and I can fully understand why people are buying this all over the country. People are kind of like, poof, they're on it, you know. What was her name? Mary. Mary was really surprised that they still had a couple of cans of this in Penarth. Brewed with Amarillo and Brew 1 on the hot side. So that's the boil side, where they're boiling the beer, they're adding the hops. And on the cold side, that means in the fermenter, they're adding Brew 1, Strata and Cashmere. They're based in Penryn, I think they're down in Cornwall. Yeah, they're Cornish brewer, I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible beer. Gonna rate it. It's a 10 out of 10. Absolutely terrific. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.